Welcome to the Nissan Navara 4 Pro X. You've been asking for this review for months. Well, here it is. I present to you the ultimate Nissan Navara review. Yeah, we're going to take it off-roading just to see what it can do. We're going to take it on-roading because that's where most people will be driving their Navaras. We're going to have drones trying to bite Sam. We're going to have two horses walking by. We're even going to take a look at its engine, but we're not done. We have Mr. How Much climbing the Nissan Navara. So without wasting any of your time, allow us to get started. I'll kick off this review by saying the Nissan Navara is a very fun bakkie to drive, especially when you take it off-roading. So if you're someone with a little bit of adventure in you, this is the bakkie for you. Now, in terms of the engine, you get a 2.5-liter turbo diesel engine which produces 140 kilowatts and 450 newton meters of torque. And for those asking the question, is that enough power? Well, the Nissan Navara can comfortably pull a giant tractor tire. Well, I think it's a tractor tire, and still swerve around like it's nothing. So in terms of your towing, your off-roading, the power is more than adequate, the power is more than enough, but we'll come back to that in a bit. I first want to show you what living with the Nissan Navara is like. You know, not everyone is buying this bakkie to pull tractor tires with it. So for those of you who want a Nissan Navara for the purposes of driving to work or going to the mall, this part is for you. Now, the model you're looking at right now is the top spec Nissan Navara Pro4X model. Pro4X is just a nice way of saying it's a 4x4. There's also a Pro2X model, but if you want to do things like this, then I recommend the Pro4X. But if you'll mostly drive around town, 2X is more than enough. And shout out to PA for recording this part of the review. As you can see, this car is very reflective, so she was trying at all times to stay at angles where she doesn't appear too much. It's also the reason why we did this review in the evening. During the day, it was just not working. Anyway, well done, PA, well done. Now, let's take a quick look at the back seats. This will come as no surprise to you. You know how it is at the back seat of a bakkie. That is your knee room. Your ankles will brush the front seat. But on the plus side, you have two rear air vents. You also have a USB slot to charge your phone. Bakkies have always been interesting to me because you have this big bakkie from the outside, but in the back seat, the space is limited. Anyway, center armrest with a slot for your cup holders. And for my tall viewers, don't stress, there's also more than enough headroom. I am 174, so you should be fine. For those of you with kids, there are ISOFIX mounts at the back as well. Let's quickly jump to the front of our Nissan Navara. You'll notice it has an 8-inch touchscreen. The touchscreen comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but if you're not interested in using Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Nissan has its own system as well. You have a 360-degree view camera, which comes in handy because this is a big bakkie. And that switch I'm holding is the one you'll use to switch from 2-wheel drive to 4-high to 4-low, depending on what you need your Nissan Navara to do. Over there is your USB port. For those of you who want to change gears, you'll use that stick over there. Those three are not real buttons. You have two slots for your cup holders and a proper thick center armrest. Inside your armrest, you'll find a USB and a USB Type-C and a 12-volt socket port, so all your connection needs are covered, and this is just cool. Look at it. It's a switch. But what does it do? It opens that back window. You don't see this very often, so this is a nice touch. Well done, Nissan. Well done. Another thing Nissan did well is giving the driver an electrically adjustable seat. As you can see, the seats are all leather, quality stuff, very comfortable. In fact, you even have lumbar support. For the curious among you, that's what lumbar support looks like. But Nissan is not off the hook yet. When it comes to the dashboard and the infotainment screen and the plastics there, the Nissan Navara is in need of an update. The story changes, however, when you take a look from the outside. When it comes to looks, there is no bakkie that combines being rugged and beautiful like the Nissan Navara does. This, in my opinion, is one of the best looking trucks we have on the market today. For this review, let's ignore the other bakkie. Let's keep our eyes on the Nissan. If you get a bakkie, you're going to need a sail or some kind of load cover so that people don't see that there's nothing in your bakkie except a takeaway coffee cup. How many of those coffee cups can you fit in a bakkie? I don't know. Maybe 1,000. Over there is your camera. That's your tow bar. And this tow bar came with a green light neon type of thing. Speaking of lights, you know what else would light up my day? Liking and subscribing. So if you haven't liked this video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. And by the way, you are currently watching the 40,000 subscriber special, and we're still on the road to 50,000 subs by December. So tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles to like and subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. Support local YouTube. And before I forget, I've decided to name this car Johannes. Johannes. Feels right. Feels right. Let's talk about how it drives. I included the previous scene at Goda Joe just to give you an idea of what people mainly use bakkies for these days. They take them to drive-thrus, to work, to school. They treat bakkies as though they're daily cars. So how they drive on the road is very important these days, because very few people will be taking their bakkies to places like this. Although I still say Nissan finds a perfect balance between getting the road comfort just right while ensuring that if you do take the Nissan Navara off-roading, you won't be disappointed with this performance. But where are my manners? I haven't even explained what we're doing out here. So a while ago, Nissan hosted an event called the Nissan Spirit of Africa. So they invited us. They brought out a lot of Navaras and said we could drive them as hard as we wanted to, as you've seen in some of the clips, and so we did. Really put these Nissan Navaras through a lot, and I'm pretty impressed with how durable they are. Oh, that over there is Sam from the car scene. So Sam has a drone that tries to bite him every time he catches it. Yeah, it's an interesting relationship he has there with this drone. Anyway, so at the Nissan Spirit of Africa, we really put this bakkie through its paces. By the way, South African built bakkie, the Nissan Navara, and it's proper, it's durable. It's no wonder people love Nissan Navara so much. In fact, Nissan is so cool. Not too long ago, Mercedes wanted to become a Nissan as well. People don't like talking about it, but it happened. It happened. Anyway, let's talk features. So, the Nissan Navara has intelligent emergency braking, it has intelligent forward collision warning, and it has a basic cruise control system. By basic, I mean it's not adaptive. You also have rain sensing wipers, and you also have lane departure warning, and last but not least, there is also blind spot monitoring, which is very useful on our highways. For those of you who are not a fan of digital dials, here you have analog dials and a center screen to relay some information to you. Claimed fuel consumption is 8.1 liters to the 100. I was averaging around 9.9 liters to the 100, but depending on how you drive it, especially around town, that figure can go up to around 10.5 liters to the 100. And now we come to the main event. I've kept you waiting for long enough. The Nissan Navara 4Pro X comes in at 822,500 Rand. On finance, that is 16,080 Rand over 6 years at 12% interest, and a full tank will cost you around 1,770 Rand at the current diesel price. And if you got an insurance premium of 3,000 Rand, it would bring your total cost of ownership to 20,850 Rand. And for those of you who are curious, the Pro2X is 61,000 Rand cheaper than the Pro4X. It comes in at the price you're seeing on your screen right now of 761,500 Rand. Did you hear that? Now, I know not everyone is a fan of those, but I love those grumbly diesel engines. Just makes you feel, I don't know, like, I like it. Anyway, let's talk service plans. You get a 6-year, 90,000 kilometer service plan, which is very generous from Nissan, and a 6-year, 150,000 kilometer warranty. And please let me know in the comments, would you buy the Pro4X or save 61,000 Rand and get a Pro2X maybe, just to save some money? Or you have 822,500 Rand, which bakkie are you buying and why? Let me know. For those of you who own Nissan Navaras or any Nissan actually, please share your ownership experience in the comments below. In conclusion, the Nissan Navara is a great South African built bakkie. They did an excellent job on this one. Just one thing I wish Nissan would work on is the key. It is too small and too light, very easy to lose. But other than that, an excellent product, a great looking bakkie, durable, reliable. Great job, Nissan. Guys, don't forget to check out my sponsor, changecars.co.za. As you're seeing on your screen, you'll notice there are a couple of Nissan Navaras going for less than the amount I gave you. So you can get a lot of good deals on this bakkie. Save yourself the money, buy yourself a canopy, or you could pay school fees, buy groceries. You'll see what to do with the money. Anyway, the Mr. How Much 1 year special is on the way, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, take care. And don't worry, I didn't forget, here are your 2 horses. The Nissan Navara has 188 of those, in case you are wondering. Say hi to Mr. How Much. Mr. How Much. This horse don't want to come play with me. Mr. How Much. Come on, you can do it. Do horses make that sound? I wonder.